Hello and welcome to the Verizon Race 2 Weeks broadcast of the Amp Energy Cup Series Can-Am Duels at Daytona. Be 10 laps under the lights with 20 cars. So they're about to get the command to fire engines, then they roll off pit road, and we'll give you the starting lineup for tonight's race.
Drivers, start your engines!
There they go. Now they'll begin to roll off pit road. As they do that, we'll give the starting lineup. 3 Fords up front, and we have on the front row the 34 Michael McDowell, and alongside him Eric Almirola in the 10. Then it's Matt Kenseth and Jimmy Johnson in row 2. Row 3 is made up of William Byron and Joey Logano. Then it's Denny Hamlin and Ricky Stenhouse in row 4. And then to round out the top 10, we have Joey Gase and Kyle Larson. 11th place is Paul Menard, and 12th is Eric Jones. 13th and 14th are Corey LaJoie and Chase Elliott, pair of Chevrolets. Then we have 15th and 16th, J.J. Yaley and Jay McMurray. Then Jeffrey Earnhardt and Gray Gaulding. And then last 2 cars in the field, Clint Boyer and Daniel Hemrick. Now this race will not be setting the starting lineup for the Daytona 500. It is merely another non-points race, but these will be the same cars that will be running in the Daytona 500. So it's a good way for these guys to get running. Not everyone was in the clash, so everyone will have a chance to practice for the Daytona 500 in tonight's races. We will have this one and then another one, Duel 2, with the rest of the field. But tonight, just 20 cars for this first race. Ford has already done a great job with qualifying. We'll have to see how the other Fords are able to move up through the field. Just 10 laps, very short race. They'll have to be aggressive and make a lot of moves very quickly if they're going to get to the front and have a shot at winning this race. The pace car getting ready to peel off and leave the field in the hands of the 34 of Michael McDowell, and we'll get this thing underway. Pace car peeling off as here they come. Green flag is out in Can-Am Duel 1 at Daytona. Eric Almirola did a great job of staying with the 34. So now Matt Kenseth trying to get a run. Can't quite get one together, as actually he is falling well off the bumper of the 34, but McDowell will clear Almirola for the lead. Now Almirola is going to jump down in front of the 6 of Matt Kenseth. Inside lane is very stacked up here, but the outside kind of got pushing a little bit better and was able to get a better run out, as now Jimmy Johnson might even get in front of the 6 of Kenseth. Well, maybe not, but man, the 2 leaders already have a massive lead. We'll see how quickly the rest of the field is able to catch up to them. Michael McDowell is going to easily lead lap 1 from the pole. Then Eric Almirola behind him, and then 2 by 2 the rest of the way through the field. Outside lane doing a pretty good job of hanging on. Oh, they're about to go 3 wide. The 24 is going to put the 6 of Matt Kenseth in the middle. Now Stenhouse coming down to help as Logano stays up top with the 48. Down the back straight away. Still side by side, Hendrick teammates as Matt Kenseth is falling back. Now here comes Denny Hamlin, 3 wide. Talk about being aggressive. They still haven't caught up to the front 2. McDowell continues to have about a 2 to 3 car length advantage on the 10 of Almirola. Now it looks like Denny Hamlin might get the push from Joey Gase to start catching Almirola. Now Gase to the outside. Paul Menard trying to make a pass on him. Denny Hamlin has caught up to the 10 of Eric Almirola, as this is a big pack back here. A lot of hard racing. Down the back stretch. Jay McMurray, and I believe that is Gray Gaulding in the 23, are in the back. Maybe waiting things out, thinking there's going to be a wreck. There very well could be one. Matt Kenseth thought about cutting in front of the 20, as now the majority of the field is running single file, and Denny Hamlin is giving a big push to the back of Eric Almirola, trying to get him to the 34. Michael McDowell, very strong cars this week for front row, or at least I'm assuming. We'll have to see how David Reagan does in the next duel, but now Denny Hamlin's going to take the second spot from Eric Almirola, and now it looks like Corey LaJoy maybe going to try to get under Denny Hamlin. Jimmy Johnson all the way back there, hung out to dry. The field is definitely a lot more separated than you would think, but now they head back to the start-finish line. Eric Almirola completely hung out. Now Chase Elliott going up to help. Look at these great runs. Third and fourth for Corey LaJoy and J.J. Yaley. Now Yaley's going to go underneath the Corey LaJoy. They still have not managed to get to the bumper of Michael McDowell yet. Denny Hamlin running about the same pace. Dowell's actually a little faster than the 11 of Denny Hamlin, it looks like. And they have that entire field lined up. Pretty much the entire field is lined up, pushing on the bottom. And they still cannot get to the 34. Now, oh, big move by the 55. Trying to get under the 11. They're about to go 3 wide. Oh, they're wrecking! Daniel Hemrick's in it. Oh, big hit for Corey LaJoy. Chase Elliott's involved. Oh, and Kyle Larson. Big hit at the end of it. His day is most likely over. Clint Boyer with damage. Paul Menard with problems. I believe that this will end the race here. As they come back to the caution flag, Michael McDowell will lead every lap and win Duel 1 from the pole at Daytona. I believe that will end the race with 5 caution laps. Unless they're able to clean it up earlier enough. But look at that, damage to the 22 car. These are the Daytona 500 cars, so we'll have to see what happens. Qualifying hasn't been done, but all these drivers involved in this wreck will have to go to a backup car. Kyle Larson somehow is going to limp it home in 18th, ahead of Corey LaJoy and Clint Boyer. So yeah, I believe this will end the race. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to the field down there in turn 1. Alright, so it all gets started up here in the battle for second place. J.J. Yaley just can't quite seem to commit to this move. I don't know if he just thought that 3 wide wasn't a good idea or what, but going in the corner, oh yeah, he just gets in the left rear of Denny Hamlin, and then big wreck behind him. Somehow Denny Hamlin's able to get out of that pretty much unscathed. I imagine they have some damage to their cars that will have to be looked at. But other than that, I mean, they're pretty much untouched. Now, let's look at Daniel Hemrick here. We'll use a little bit of slow motion. So, you know, the 11 gets turned there. And then, oh, right here, nowhere for Corey LaJoy to go. Paul Menard, big problems here. Oh, and then Clint Boyer, you can see the damage to the 22 right there happen. And then Chase Elliott, a little bit of damage, not much, but there is some damage to that 9 car. And then the 72 just goes spiraling down the racetrack in a wreck. Let's go back and take a look at now what happened to the 42 of Kyle Larson. Seemed like he had missed the wreck and then gets turned. And the 42 is not having good luck these speed weeks. Never really does at restrictor plates. Oh well, they didn't really leave him any room. That's what happened to Paul Menard, the big damage for him. Take one more look at that from the blimp. Oh yeah, he tried not to turn Eric Jones, but Jones just didn't leave him any room. And then Menard was there, and that completely turned him around. You know, the damage isn't as severe as it first looked. He really only hit the left side on the wall, but it sucks for that team. Already 2 wrecked up race cars this weekend. Or this week. Speed weeks here. Daytona. Now let's look at some onboard cameras. you can see there from the back of J.J. Ailey, just a little bit of contact with the 8 of Daniel Hemrick and caused big problems. Let's go on board Daniel Hemrick, see what happened. See, the 55 was not really committing to move. Right there it is. Oh, big contact there. And then you can see the big damage here. And then Chase Elliott, just a little bit of contact. Not much, but once again, the contact was decently significant to the 9 car of Elliott. We'll have to see what happens to that team and what they're able to do with that car if they can repair it. Paul Menard has the visor cam for this race. Let's take a look. Yeah, it sucks for Menard. He avoided the initial wreck. And then Eric Jones just turned the 42 right in front of him. Let's take a look on board. Corey LaJoie. See what he saw. Now, Clint Boyer got a lot more damage than I initially thought he'd. Let's go back and look at his onboard camera. We'll see how hard he got hit in the right front. Oh yeah, there wasn't really anywhere he could have gone. Joey Logano was right in front of him, or beside him. Excuse me, right beside him. Speaking of Logano, let's take a look on board of the 22 car. Got a big run up the inside, and there it is right in front of him. Oh, and then Boyer just hits him, and then right there's the contact with Kyle Larson. A lot of drivers were able to just kind of scoot to the inside of it and didn't get involved in it, but can't say the same for some of those guys. Misses the initial wreck and then just pinched off the track. Jones just did not give him enough room to work with going through that corner. If somebody's on your inside, you just gotta give them a little more room than that, and Jones didn't. Let's look at Chase Elliott's onboard cam for this wreck. Wow, no contact at all for the 9 of Elliott. No contact at all. Great wreck avoidance job done by Chase Elliott. Well, let's catch up to the field. As yes, the race will end under caution. Take a look at the finish of this one. There it is. Michael McDowell off of turn 4. Wins duel number 1 from the pole, leading every lap. That car was unstoppable. We'll have to see what happens for the Daytona 500. Might not be so well in traffic, but we'll have to see. There it is. Michael McDowell is your winner of duel 1 at Daytona. We'll take a look at your full finishing order. Michael McDowell wins the race. Denny Hamlin getting 2nd place. 3rd is Eric Almirola. 4th, J.J. Ailey. Great run for that team. 2 more good runs here. We have Jeff Earnhardt and then Joey Gase. 7th, William Byron. 8th, Greg Galding. 9th, Eric Jones. 10th, Joey Logano. We saw he had some damage on his car at the end. 11th place, Jimmy Johnson. 12th, Matt Kenseth. He lost 9 spots from where he started. 13th place, Jay McMurray. 14th is Ricky Stenhouse. 15th, Chase Elliott did that great wreck avoidance job, and then here we got the cars that had big damage here. Chase Elliott, Paul Menard, 16th place, had pretty big damage, as well as the 8 of Daniel Hemrick, 42 of Kyle Larson, and then you can see Clint Boyer was not able to pace around the field, and the 72 overheated the engine and lost the motor and had to come to pit road, park it. So great effort by the 34 car, Michael McDowell, to win this race. See, Matt Kansas lost 9 spots through that race. Well, that was Duel 1. We'll see you later for Duel 2.